Welcome back to the Trevor Theismann Show. Today is all about pain and modalities to fix it. I thought I'd make a video that kind of explained and overviewed several of the items that are available out there to try to get rid of pain. I, like you run into pain sometimes, whether it be a tweak weightlifting, whether it be some kind of a sports injury, whether it be just overuse. There's always some areas in your body that just don't feel so great. And it's not that much fun. And I tell you what, the faster you can get rid of it, the faster you can get back to feeling great. So we've got foam rollers, massage sticks, massage hooks, corners on walls, or even those wall mounted balls that are running around right now. Mounted roller ball, Theraguns, or, the massage guns. Let's dive into each one of them. I tell you, each one of them kind of can be used in different worlds. And then at the end of the video, I'll also tell you what my favorite ones are. So for instance, the foam roller. I think everybody's seen a foam roller before, whether it's textured, long, short. You generally get the right idea. You're going to be rolling trigger points. Overall, anytime you have some kind of an acute injury or even some lingering long-term stuff, you generally will develop some kind of a knot or a ball of fascia that's kind of bound up in a specific area. This can happen a lot in your traps, from your neck, IT bands, from some kind of an overuse. Your glutes oftentimes can develop these, and especially in your calves. So this method is very good for rolling out big, meaty areas. If you can get this on your calves, your quads, and your hamstrings, foam rollers are going to be pretty darn great. Also with the back, as long as you keep your core nice and tight and you don't allow the spine to get a ton of separation. And what I mean by that is you just keep your core tight and you roll the muscle tissue. That's kind of generally what you're going for. If you loosen up your body a lot, you'll kind of feel a whole bunch of snap, crackle, pops. Whether or not you think that that's going to be a good thing, I think cracks is always a short-term, oh gosh, that feels so good. But in all reality, that big ball of mess in the middle of your back is what's causing that pain. So you want to keep nice and tight and drive that tension point down into a foam roller. That's how the foam roller utilizes. It's a big cylinder, and you're just going to roll an area. Find a trigger point, and you're just going to bounce up and over that. Now, the massage sticks is kind of a specific area. If you've got something running down your shoulder blade, oftentimes it can be attributed to some neck issues, but that is going to be a really good spot for a massage stick. I personally don't use them too awful much because I find the massage guns to be more effective. But if you're a little bit money conscious and don't want that kind of investment in massaging, well, then you might get you a massage hook. They're relatively cheap. Now, I've also utilized, it might be hard to believe, but there's one specific thing that a corner of a squat rack or a corner of a concrete wall is insanely effective with, is working on your traps. I oftentimes get really tight traps that affects my neck. I've also had, a bit of a neck injury in the past that I've discussed with you guys before, but by rolling your traps in this method, I mean, you can grind on them. If I get this big knot on my right shoulder, and if you roll up a towel and put it on your shoulder, you can position yourself on the corner of a wall, and you got to be a little bit in shape or have some decent strength and stability and balance, but you can lay your body backwards slightly and lean into that edge, and you can absolutely dominate that ball of tissue in your trap. I don't know that there's really a more of an effective way. I find it to be more effective than even a massage gun. What you'll get with the massage gun is you'll be able to pound on a tension point, but when you utilize a corner and you're able to grind that thing out and really straighten the muscle fibers again, it's much more effective than that Theragun or massage gun. A lot of the massage guns, what you'll find with a massage gun is it's really good at bringing blood flow to an area, but if you have something that's kind of generally very knotted up, it's going to require some lengthening massage technique. Now, if you can get the gun to do that, it's got enough horsepower where you can really apply a lot of pressure and push through that, then you're going to be able to maintain or achieve that. The problem is some of the guns don't have enough juice. You can actually make them stop by pushing on them too hard. Or what you'll find is it's too narrow to really grab that knot and move it. For instance, if you have a large knot in your quad, A foam roller is almost more effective because you can hit the whole entire knot at one time. The massage gun, you're going to hit elements of it, but the roller is going to really grab from top to bottom and just kind of lengthen that muscle. And that's what you're going for. If you want pain to go away and you have a knot, the first step you should be doing is looking to get rid of this ball of tension. When that ball of tension is gone and you still have pain, that's when you may want to start exploring and figure out, do you have a tear? Is there some kind of problem with range of motion? Do I need to be adding way more stretching in? Range of motion and tension oftentimes is the cause of your pain unless you have some kind of a acute major injury. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to show my appreciation. Every time you like, subscribe, or even comment on a video, it definitely supports my work, and I just wanted to say thank you. Let's get back to the show. If you're not looking to find knots in your body, then you're probably always going to be in pain. If you have constant pain in an area, utilizing these kind of techniques and finding the place and getting rid of it, and I mean really getting rid of it. Imagine when you get surgery, this is one thing that I've been around an awful lot of surgeries playing baseball throughout my youth and into college. And it's kind of crazy to me that the idea that if we go get surgery, we take a ton of anti-inflammatories and then we leave it alone for weeks and weeks and weeks, allow all this healing to take place, completely shut this thing down, and then we're going to rehab it until it's all the way as strong as it possibly could be before you allow yourself to be able to do that explosive activity that you did before. When you think of this process, sometimes you wonder, are all these surgeries absolutely necessary, or could you just literally shut it down, take your anti-inflammatories, give yourself a true rehabilitation time frame, and then utilize the arm? I mean, if that was the norm, I think people would find that you are far less likely to ever need a surgery. To tie that in with your foam rollers, Theraguns, or massage guns, any of these methods, what I find is that ball of tension, if you get rid of that, you'll find that you don't have as much pain. But the key is to rehabilitate the area. So not only do you want to get that knot, but that knot was caused by something. So when you massage that out with one of these techniques, the next phase is going to be to strengthen and lengthen with full range of motion, building that muscle back up to where you'll be functioning properly and it won't continue to happen. And I only know this from experience. I've got knots in my calves before from walking long distances consistently. When I try to do some kind of a fat cut, I'll do tons and tons of walking, and what I find is that I'll get balls in my calves after a while. I feel the pain in my feet, and then I find there's a knot in my calf every time. When I start working that calf out, the feet pain or the foot pain goes away. So many, many years have gone by of me going through this cycle of now finally I go, maybe I should start strengthening my feet and I wouldn't have this problem. Lo and behold, now that I work on strengthening my feet and doing different types of techniques to challenge that, I find that my calves don't develop this knot. So oftentimes these knots are associated with something. So if you're going to utilize one of these tools to get rid of the knot, alleviate the pain, excellent. But if you're not going to address what caused it, then you're going to continually get in that cycle. So let's talk a little bit about the massage guns. I mean to tell you, I've actually owned probably two of these, and I've used maybe 5 or 6 of them. A lot of them are generally about the same. I find myself using the very, very pointed style massage gun to really dig into those kinds of areas. Now, it does relieve pain if you are locked up. Like I've had many times, as you guys have heard, this neck thing that I've been dealing with, where my trap is just so unbelievably tight that I'm looking for some relief. And months ago, that's when I started hanging from my hands. Helped a lot. That's when I started using this massage gun technique on this big knot that I develop in my shoulder. That helps a lot. But what you'll find is if you get that real direct point, you can not only target the area, but you want to move through the area. So imagine a massage therapist, deep tissue, is going to grind that ball of fascia out of the way. If you've got it in a fascia point, or if you got it just right in the middle of a muscle belly, they're going to grind that out. They're going to take it, they're going to get underneath one side, and they're going to really just put you through the ringer. And all that's going to be great. Bring in a lot of blood flow, break down some of the tissue, help align the muscle fibers back up. These are all good things. But when you use a massage gun, remember that technique and try to mimic it. You don't want to just pound on that ball of tension. You want to run through that tension. We want to try to lengthen that muscle out. So when you're bumping on it, you want to kind of get in on one side and then push through it. And some of these areas can be rather difficult. Traps, not very easy. Middle of the back by the rhomboids, most people have a lot of issues with if they're kind of a sloucher, or, women with chests and everything leaning forward. Their rhomboids oftentimes get a lot of knots in them. That can be kind of hard to utilize this technique with a massage gun by yourself. If you can only reach at it from an angle with your elbow up high and reaching, oftentimes you're just going to be able to get a direct impact on that muscle tissue, which isn't going to be quite as effective as running it from end to end. So be conscious of that. You can always utilize a partner in crime, someone else can help you out. Or you may end up finding yourself needing to go get some deep tissue massage on certain areas in your body. I don't want to make this video too long because I will go into each one of these types of modalities in a lot more depth, and I'll probably do their individual videos. But I just want to tell you, what is my favorite tool? My favorite tool is probably actually a foam roller in combination with a massage gun. Because what I find is most things I can't quite get as deep in with a massage or with a foam roller, but I can really dominate that area and get a ton of blood flow with a massage gun, and then I use a foam roller to lengthen the area. So say I've got a knot in my quad, I might take the massage gun and just pound on that ball of tissue, get a ton of blood flow, and then I get on a foam roller and I lengthen the muscle while I've got all this blood flow in the area. Those are the two tools that I find to be the most effective. They may be different for you, but I'll go into more depth on each one of those so you can make the decisions that you may need. There's a lot of different types of things that you can utilize, but most of them work really effectively on specific muscles. For instance, your traps, really good with massage guns. Your quads and your hamstrings and calves, and lower back, amazing with a massage roller. Massage hooks, those rhomboids I was talking about with the gun, massage hooks are great for your rhomboids. The corner on a wall, there's no way you're going to be able to use a corner on the wall for your quad, but it's great for your traps. So different things have different, really all of these could be utilized by everyone for any pain point, but some of them really do shine on specific areas. So thanks a lot for listening to the show today. I'd really appreciate if you'd like the video if you found value in it, and subscribe to the channel, clicking that notification bell so you also receive notifications for future videos that could help you out as well. If you have any questions about the content, leave a comment below and I'll be sure to interact with you as quickly as possible there. I've created a website called kbandstraining.com in 2010. We've been around for a long time with high quality resistance bands and durable equipment. I also have provided nearly 1,100 drills and videos for fitness training and athlete performance for youth athletes. So support my work. If you enjoy the content and you'd like me to continue doing what I'm doing, I would love the support. Thanks a lot for listening.